Hi, this is Chef Adam Baird with the Habit Burger Grill. This summer, I'm here to take you on a culinary adventure through California. Today, we are celebrating the central coast of California with a char-grilled Santa Maria tri-tip served on an artisan ciabatta. So this is a tri-tip. We're gonna dry rub this today. This is from the Habit Burger Grill. We use a choice or prime tri-tip, and you can see it has beautiful marbling, which is the fat. Okay, so this is our spice mix, and it has garlic powder, onion powder, sugar, paprika, and a little bit of cayenne. So it's got a little heat to it, a little sweetness to it, and a little smokiness. And we're just gonna take this and just evenly coat the tri-tip, rub it in a little bit, and then flip it over, and you're gonna do both sides. Santa Maria style tri-tip needs to be caramelized at a high heat and rotated, as you'll see, to get that crust on it, and then you want a desired temperature of medium rare. So this is the choice or prime tri-tip, Santa Maria dry rub, and we're gonna take this to the char grill. Okay, so one of the unique aspects of the Santa Maria style tri-tip is we also not only dry rub, but we make a BBQ Baste. It consists of vegetable oil, and I'll add that in here. Crushed garlic, which releases its essential flavors. Red wine vinegar, which gives it kind of a unique tanginess and helps caramelize it. And Dijon mustard, which goes great with any type of steak or meat on the grill. So I'm just gonna combine these. And then what we'll do is we'll just reserve that for when we take the tri-tip to the char grill. So you just get yourself a nice smooth mix. It doesn't have to be completely combined, but this will maturate in flavor over the next couple of hours. So this is the wet baste we're going to use with the Santa Maria style tri-tip. Okay, so next we're gonna make a crazy coleslaw. I call it that because it has a bunch of different fun things in it. And that'll actually serve as the base for the Santa Maria tri-tip ciabatta. So it's pretty neat. The way I make coleslaw is I like to do, it's sort of a sweet and sour approach. I like to take cider vinegar and sugar and whisk it until it forms a shiny sort of syrup, which actually helps, it actually helps from the tanginess that you'd like to get out of a coleslaw. The acid and the cider vinegar and sugar will break down the cabbage, which is what you want. And then next, of course, we're gonna add mayonnaise. This is just an extra heavy mayonnaise. You can use whatever you have at the grocery store. And I'm going to whisk this so it's smooth. And that'll form, basically, that'll form the base of the coleslaw. Next, I'll add a little bit of paprika. It gives it a little color and a little bit of flavor. And next, I'll add the cabbage. So this is a Napa cabbage. It's been sliced thinly. Red onions that are sliced. Some carrots, grated. And you can buy these grated or you could do them yourself. Kind of a neat little twist are sliced apples. This is a Fuji apple. I'm gonna add that in. And then this is sliced celery for crunch texture. And lastly, a little green onion. So there's a lot into this, but it comes out really nice. But see how it comes together real nicely? There's a lot of color, a lot of different textures. So here we have what I call crazy slaw. Next, we're gonna do a house-made barbecue sauce. We have a smoky barbecue sauce we use at the Habit Burger Grill, but I'm gonna show you how to make one from scratch. I'm gonna start with a little vegetable oil. This is just a neutral oil. A couple tablespoons, and then I'll put a little bit of garlic. This is just chopped garlic, a couple cloves, and then I'll put some onions in. So what you wanna do here is cook this till it's aromatic, 3 to 4 minutes, and until the onions become translucent and they soften. So I'll just give that a little toss. I can smell the garlic, and I can see it's changing color a little bit here with the onions and softening them up. So what you want to do with the barbecue sauce is you want to let it simmer for up to 2 hours, at least an hour, so all the flavors maturate. There's really no such thing as a short cook barbecue sauce. Okay, so as this softens up, I'm going to go ahead and add in cider vinegar. And so that's gonna penetrate into the onions and garlic. I'm gonna bring that up to a little bit of a boil. I'm actually just gonna bring it up to kind of blow off the acidic components of the cider vinegar. I'm gonna add now brown sugar, which is a must for barbecue sauce, and half a cup of sugar. So this is essentially what a sweet and sour is. And you do want the acid, you do want sweet, and you do want a little bit of smoke in your barbecue sauce. This actually is a spicy barbecue sauce, a little bit of a spicier barbecue sauce than I normally make. I'm gonna whisk this so that it combines and the sugars start to melt. And actually now this you wanna bring up to a boil. And this just helps combine the flavors. Essentially this is what's called in classic cuisine a gastrique, which means essentially a sweet and sour syrup, a combination of sugar and different types of vinegar. So you've got it up to a boil. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit so you can get it to reduce. And then I'm gonna put in the aromatics of the spices. This is a little bit of paprika smoked. This is a chili flakes, chili de arbol. That gives it a little bit of the heat there. This is Tabasco. And this is a little bit of cayenne pepper. A little bit goes a long way, so you don't wanna add too much cayenne, about a half a teaspoon. And this is Worcestershire sauce, which helps round out the flavor. So I'd added the Tabasco I had mentioned, and the Worcestershire gives it kind of a nice little edge to it. So I'm still letting this simmer. Now I'm gonna add, lastly, I'm gonna add in ketchup, good old-fashioned ketchup. Ketchup's also kind of a key component to a barbecue sauce, and it already has that sweet and sour. Actually, ketchup's technically really a sweet and sour sauce. So now you see the colors coming along there really nicely. So I'm just gonna go ahead and whisk it till it's smooth, and then I'm gonna season it a little bit with fresh ground black pepper, which is really a key component also in barbecue sauce. This is just a little bit of sea salt. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna bring it up to basically a boil, and then I'm going to really lower the heat so that it just maturates over a couple of hours of time and thickens up a little bit too. Okay, so now we've achieved a really nice temperature. We're at a simmer. The barbecue sauce is really starting to thicken up and all the flavors are coming together. I'm gonna let this simmer for a few hours now. Okay, we're here in the backyard with our char grill using mesquite wood today. I love the hardwoods and the fruit woods. They impart a great flavor and you can get a high heat out of them. So we're gonna do the Santa Maria tri-tip, which I've dry rubbed. I'm going to season it now. And this actual tri-tip is right from the Habit Burger Grill. They'll take 20 to 25 minutes. And I have a digital read thermometer for the desired temperature, which is medium rare. Here we have this barbecue baste that I'd mentioned with the garlic, vinegar, oil, and mustard. So I'm going to be basting this kind of throughout the process. What you want to do here with Santa Maria tri-tip is you want to have it at a very high heat. And you're going to have it at a high heat for 4 minutes per side. We're going to rotate it several times based on our desired temperature. So we're going to have a high heat somewhere around 550 to 600 degrees, which is the same as what we grill at the Habit Burger Grill. But you really want to sear it. And then you don't baste it until you turn it the first time. And each time you turn it, after 4 minutes, you're going to baste it. Because you really want to create this crust, sort of blackened and the seasonings with the sugar in there getting caramelized. The other thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna rest your proteins. So with any steak, you really wanna rest it after it's been cooked to the desired temperature. And that just allows the juices to redistribute and it gives it a nice juicy product that has the maximum flavor. So we'll take a look at it here. Yeah, see we're getting a little bit of that crust right there. Don't be afraid to create a crust. I'm gonna actually baste this real quickly. I really wanna liberally put this on. And again, this vinegar and mustard and garlic will help create that signature Santa Maria style tri-tip. So I have the coals really close to the grate, and that's how you're gonna get your Santa Maria char. So if you don't have a rotating grill, you can certainly build up your sort of pyramid of coals to get that maximum char flavor. All right, I'm gonna turn it. See, you actually kind of want that crust right there. That's the signature type item. And I'm gonna baste this side now. And you really want that crust. It doesn't mean that it's burned. It actually just creates a ton of flavor from the dry rub. See, so we're starting to get that, look at that, we're starting to get that crust. This is actually gonna pair really nicely with a Central Coast Pinot Noir. And actually, Paso Robles is an area in the Central Coast that produces world-class wines. In fact, my favorite Pinot Noirs are from Paso Robles. Okay, so we're Closing in on finishing this lovely Santa Maria tri-tip. I had it closed for a little while to create a little bit of smoke flavor and to get the internal temperature up to around medium rare, which is 130 Fahrenheit. Okay, so I've used all of the baste, and I'm gonna go ahead and remove the protein. Okay, so we're gonna close up the grill and we're gonna take the Santa Maria style tri-tip inside. Okay, so we're here with our beautiful Santa Maria tri-tip. It's about medium rare here. We let it rest. So I'm gonna slice it and then we'll build our ciabatta sandwich. What I'm gonna do is I'm looking at this and I see the grain running towards me, right? So I wanna turn it a little bit so now I can see the lines. And I really wanna slice it very thin. You see how it has that beautiful color? So this has got a beautiful marbleization. I'm slicing it thin because it's a sandwich and I want, you know, each bite to break off and be delicious. You can see how moist it is. It's just beautiful, the color, and it has that really nice fat content. So again, I can smell that kind of vinegary flavor and the Dijon mustard and that rubs on there. So we've got a nice looking product here. This is artisan ciabatta. It's 4-inch diameter. And we utilize this at the Habit Burger Grill for many of our signature sandwiches, including our tri-tip. First, I'm gonna put on the bottom of the ciabatta some mayonnaise, just to add some flavor. And I'm gonna spread that out. This is whole grain mustard, and that'll really help with the flavor with the meat. 2 slices of heirloom tomato. You can use any type. Coleslaw that we made on top. This is nice and soft now. The pieces of tri-tip. Kind of, you want to make sure you get the coverage as well. You want to make sure that, you know, every bite typically gets a piece of the steak. So I'm going to go right across like this. Maybe I'll just put another little one on for fun. What I'm going to do is finish it with the barbecue sauce, which has been simmering for the better part of 2 hours. You want to hit it over the meat, you know, a little bit over the meat, right? And then maybe a little bit on the plate. And then you're just gonna top it. Here you have the Santa Maria style tri-tip ciabatta with the crazy slaw and our house-made barbecue sauce. And this will pair wonderfully with a Central Coast Pinot Noir. The Pinot Noir has a nice balance to it, so it really accentuates the various flavors that are coming out of that sandwich. And with that said, bon appetit and have a great summer.